Hey guys, I'm Beardo and I'm a live streamer over at twitch.tv/BeardoGeekLive. You can catch me live 4 days a week from midday till about 6 PM. Now recently I made the transition over into playing Phasmophobia as my main game, and I started off as a guy that couldn't play the game very well. I was awful at it because I was running around with groups of people screaming and jump scares and all the rest of it. So I'm recording this off stream and I'm going to talk you through some of the equipment, what you need to take, what you don't need to take if you don't have much money in the game, which I don't because I got killed by 3 ghosts last night. How to use the equipment and how to read the board. So it's a little how-to video just to start you guys off if you are new to Phasmophobia. So let's go. Okay, so this is the server lobby. Right, we'll leave for a second so I can show you this. So this is sort of your starting point in your hub. Some games you can play there, throwing the hoops, throwing the sacks, and you can throw basketball. Clearly you're not very good at it. There's a radio there, and it's a jump scare. First few times, that got me. We've also got a demon up there, forever watching. And you can also, if you pick up blue light, you can see all of this stuff. So this wall here, this shows all your photos. So when you go into a house, you're looking for a bone, photograph a bone, you get money for that. Interactions, this is where it goes through a cup, this is ghostwriting in a book, more interactions at the door, and summoning pentagram. We'll get into that in just a little while. So if you're going to be playing solo, you approach the board, press your spacebar. Single player, there you go. So I'm only a level 136, as I said. I've not been playing this game very long. Now the equipment you will start with are dots projector, EMF reader, flashlight, ghostwriting book, spirit box, UV light, video camera, photo camera, and you've got one of everything. That is enough to get you started and to start bringing some money in, as long as you're careful and you start on amateur lobbies. The reason you start with amateur lobbies, longer grace period between hunts, it takes longer for the hunt to start, so you've got longer to set all your equipment up. So you're going to buy, you look through the main equipment and you purchase what you need. Now the strong flashlight is a must. It just makes the game so much easier for you. The fog light and the standard flashlight really hinder your vision in the game. Tripods, they are better quality of life in the game because you can set the cameras more robustly. But you don't need them. You can rest the camera on things, but you'll probably struggle to get angles that you really want, and you'll end up going back and forth trying to move cameras. The tripod makes a world of difference. Sound sensor so far is of no use to me. Sanity pills are a must. Always carry 3 or 4 with you if you can afford it, because that will allow you to stay in the house for longer. Always take salt with you. I didn't realise until yesterday that even if salt isn't one of your objectives, or getting a ghost to walk through salt is an objective, you can still put salt down, photograph the footprints in the salt, and you get money for that. Smudge sticks, apart from just an objective, you can also use the smudge sticks if a ghost is hunting you to confuse it for around 5 seconds. Photo camera, you're going to need 2 or 3 of these. For ghost interactions, photos of the ghost, footsteps in the salt, doors, fingerprints on doors. Parabolic microphone is useful for finding the ghost. I don't use it yet because of how low my cash is at the moment, because of the amount of deaths I took last night. Motion sensor you're going to need because it'll be on the objective sometimes, and if it's not on the objectives you can still put it in a room to see if the ghost is moving in that room if you're unsure. A lighter you're going to need. Head mounted camera is a waste of money in single player. The only time you would use a head mounted camera is in the main game with other people playing and you've got somebody in the van watching the camera looking for ghost orbs. Glow sticks, I haven't used them yet, but these shine brighter than the blue flashlight or the black light. And this shows up the ghost fingerprints a lot easier, so I'm told. I haven't used them yet. I'm happy with the blue flashlight. Standard flashlight, you get one free, don't bother buying one. Crucifix, you need at least 2 of these. In the smaller rooms, you can get away with one. I would use 2 just to cover a big area, because these only have a 3-meter diameter of where they work. Candle, you need a candle because some of the objectives are to get the ghost to blow out a candle, and again you'll need a lighter for that and for the smudge sticks. Video camera, you can get away with 1. I'd always have 2 just to get different angles, because if you're going to get DOTS projector as a evidence, you're going to need multiple angles, because the DOTS projector is hit and miss whether you'll actually see it. Depends how much time you spend in the van. UV light, you've got to have a UV light. Thermometer you'll need, just take 1. Spirit box, I'll talk to you about the spirit box when I'm in game, because there is a glitch where the spirit box doesn't pick up your voice, but there is a remedy for it in game. Ghost writing book, you just throw it on the floor, ghost will read it. EMF, check the electricity. DOTS projector. DOTS projector is quite a new piece of kit and I like it. So you buy whatever you need to buy. Go into add, there's everything you've purchased. Add all, and then that puts everything in the van ready for you to go. So select your contract. I always advise go the Willow Street house. It's the smallest map, easier for beginners. There's only 2 stories, the basement and the sort of the main bungalow, and there's not a huge amount of rooms. There you go, 10 rooms, 2 stories. So amateur, recommended for new ghost hunters. Long setup time, long hunt grace period, short hunt duration. Sanity pills restore a lot of sanity. Regain half of your lost equipment if you die, of value. If you die and you only get half your stuff back, it's hard work to get going again. Ready up, and then press start. And this is where you load into your van. Now, on amateur, the power to the house will always be on. But if you were on a more difficult setting, you'd have to look at the map here, and you'd have to see where the generator is to find it. This white button shows you the different cursed objects. So the generator there is in the basement. And there we go. There's the floor layout of the top, the ground floor level. There's the basement. Okay, so your objective 1 is always the same. Discover what type of ghost we're dealing with. Objective 2, 3 and 4, these change. So this time, find evidence of the paranormal with an EMF recorder. Get the ghost to blow out a candle and cleanse the area near the ghost with smudge sticks. And the ghost name is Donna Harris. Do not use the ghost's name until you're struggling to get evidence. If you're getting all the evidence you need pretty quick and you're getting a lot of interactions, don't use the ghost's name. It angers the ghost and it will hunt quicker. It'll drop your sanity quicker. The cursed objects I'll do a separate video on. But you can get a voodoo doll, Ouija board, summoning circle and tarot cards and a music box. So the way I do it is I grab 3 pieces of equipment, I open the door. Also, I'd say wearing a headset for this game is a must because you rely so heavily on sound. You used to rely on footsteps, but footsteps are not as prevalent anymore. In fact, I think you can only hear footsteps after you've put salt down and the ghost has walked through it now. So the reason I do this is just sort of just to make it a bit easier for setting up, especially when you get to the more difficult settings. You're on intermediate, you get a slower setup time, so practice getting all of your gear set up. So I've taken 3 items from there. Grab the EMF recorder. I'm going to take a smudge stick and I'm going to take a lighter because we know that's one of the objectives. Now you can hold down shift to sprint, but unfortunately it doesn't, your character is really overweight because just in that little burst he slows down, he's out of breath. So save your sprinting when you're in the house until you've got to use it away from a ghost. So these are your sanity pills. You need to take them once you get down to about 50% sanity, because the ghost will start hunting. Okay, so we also need to take in the candle. We're taking a crucifix just in case. Take a camera in. Now this is the last trip where I just dump equipment. I'm going to leave the video cameras for now, because we need to find the haunted room. And I'll show you how to do that as quick as we can. The last bits of equipment that I'll take in on this initial run. Actually, you need to scrap that. We'll take blue light, take the motion detector, and we'll take some salt. Now, because this blue light is so small, what I do to turn it on and then I drop it on the floor, just makes it easier for me to find it. I've also left the EMF detector on. You can't turn that on, and we'll drop the salt on the floor there. Okay, so strong flashlight, right click to turn the flashlight on. Photo camera, thermometer. Now if you're in a more difficult setting, your first job would be to get into the basement, turn this generator on and warm the house up, because you need the ambient temperature of the house to be as warm as possible. So if you find any cold spots, you'll know that that is the haunting room, which is what we're going to do. You're also on your first sweep going to attempt to find the bone. So here the temperature is between 11 and 13 degrees. Go into the house. Now, as you can hear, the ambient noise in the house has got this low pitched humming, which adds to the atmosphere of the game. So we loop around this table just in case the bone is there. Always checking your thermometer for low temperatures. 21 degrees. Now, the longer you're in the dark, the quicker your sanity drops. So turn on the odd light. Keep your sanity up. Not only, but don't turn on too many lights, because if you turn on too many lights, then the ghost will trip out the breaker. Right, that noise there, that's water filling up in a sink. We've got brown water, which is a ghost event. Photograph that, you earn money for that. I think I saw freezing temperatures. You can see your breath, and that shows you that the room is cold. So we've got a bathroom ghost. We've got negative temperatures. G for your journal. Click evidence. Freezing temperatures. Now I turn these taps off because of the noise. This bottle shouldn't really be on the floor. I don't know if we're going to get a ghost interaction for that, but I always take a photo just in case. Something else has just been thrown. There we go. May get another ghost interaction there. So I'll dump this camera just outside of the room, just so I can carry 2 pieces of equipment as well as my torch. Right, we'll get the dots projector and we'll get the motion sensor. The ghost has just moved the door there. So what I'll do is I'll pick up the camera a bit quick. Take a photograph off the door, because you may find that you get fingerprints. There you go. I've got fingerprints without actually having to have used the blue light, just from that door moving. So we've got 2 pieces of evidence already. Motion sensor, I'm going to place on this wall. F to place these items on the wall. Such a small room like this, we can get away with putting the dots projector pretty much anywhere. Again, F to put it on the wall. So we'll take in the book and we'll take some salt. Even though we don't need to do salt as an objective, I'll show you how the salt works, as long as this ghost actually leaves some prints. Oh, I've found that if you leave the book on a higher surface, you have more chance of the ghost interacting with your book. So it's F then to place the salt. There we go. Right, let's go get another camera. Provided I've bought one. Take a photograph of the footprints in the salt, get extra money for it. Every time you go to the van after this point, keep an eye on your sanity. Don't have another camera. Oh dear. Right, take in your video camera. Right, I can't do the bone either. Oh, you've completely balls this up. You'll have to do another video. That beep you just heard in the van, that was the motion sensor being triggered by the ghost. Got that camera there. I'm hoping that I've got at least one photo left on this. I have. I'm going to keep that in case we find the bone, which we should. We've got negative temps, we've got the bathroom, brown water. Back to the van, get the other video camera, and then what you're going to do is return to the van and sit and watch. You're looking for ghost orbs, or you're looking for the outline of a spirit running through the dots projector. I'm hoping we get one or the other, or even better, both, just so I can show you what happens there, and then we'll do the candle. Okay, so we'll set this camera up, looking in there. So you'll notice when I put the salt down, you hear the footsteps. You won't hear them until you put that salt down. I think I was in an update recently. We return to the van, go to the computer at the back, click on the mouse, that'll bring up your camera, and then click on the keyboard. That then shows you a night vision mode. I don't think we have ghost orbs in there, but it is pretty bright because of the motion sensor and the dots projector. And the ghost just closed the door. Which doesn't help me with viewing. Okay, we'll take the candle in. I've already taken the candle in. That beep again is the motion sensor being triggered. Okay, so we'll take that and take the lighter. The ghost opening a door somewhere. So we'll grab the EMF. We'll leave that in the bathroom. I don't need the blue light just yet. Is that another photo camera? We have got enough. I did have two cameras. I'm being an idiot. So photograph footprints, there's ghost interactions. You can't take photographs that quick. To stop you spamming the flash if you get the ghost appear. Photograph the ghost. You get a lot of money, or a lot more money for photographing the ghost. So what I'm doing now is I'm just checking the rest of the house, looking for the bone. You do have to remember that our sanity will be dropping at this point because I'm walking around in the dark. And there's the bone. Photograph the bone. Press E to pick the bone up, you get money for that. Now I'm going to have a quick look in the basement, see if there is a summoning circle. This normally appears in the same place every time, and it's not there. Right, the ghost has turned out the power. Go to the breaker, turn the power back on, green, we're good. Now I'm hoping we can get a photo of the ghost as well. It's not an objective, we do earn extra money for that. We'll dump this camera there. That couldn't have landed worse if I tried, and it could have landed the other side up. Right. Back to the van, check the cameras, make sure we haven't got any ghost orbs or anything running through the dots projector. Now the weather will change in the map. This is a dry but windy night. You'll get rain, you'll get snow, you'll get thunder, and the thunder is really loud. Sanity's down to 79%. So the ghost has blown out the candle, even though we've missed... There we go. The EMF has gone off at level 5. If that just jumps to 5 straight off and stays at 5 and then drops to 0, you're going to get level 5 EMF. Because it's stepped, I don't think that's going to be the case. No, it's dropped from 5 to 4. So that's not EMF level 5. That's the motion sensor being triggered. So now we're looking for the ghost to run past the dots projector. Right, it's moving around the motion sensor, but it's not triggering the dots. I don't think we've got orbs. You can see the dots projector being triggered inside the house, but it's really easy to miss. Sometimes when I'm streaming the game, chat tell me that the dots projector is triggered and I've missed it. In fact, I'll put a little clip in here maybe, or at the end. Right, I don't think we're going to get anything on the dots projector. I mean, the bathroom is really active. Okay, Smudge Sticks. So the Smudge Stick, you want to light the Smudge Stick in the ghost room and basically cover as much area as you can. The Smudge Stick lasts literally seconds. And then we'll use the spirit box. So once you've got the lighter equipped, ghost is coming as far as there. Hit F to trigger the Smudge Stick and just try and cover as much of this area as you can. That'll burn out, get rid of it. You're not going to need your lighter again, so chuck that. Okay, now, I wouldn't normally take sanity pills this early, but I don't want to die. Just want to get all of the interactions that I can for you guys. Okay, so sanity back up to 100%, no activity, but we've done all of the objectives. So the EMF, the candle, and the Smudge Sticks has been done. What I may do is use the ghost name towards the end, just to see if we can get the ghost to appear, if it doesn't appear on its own randomly. So now we're going to use the spirit box. Right trigger or right mouse button to trigger the spirit box. Go into the ghost room and then hold down B. You'll see that there is a microphone grayed out and it's only level 2. Are you there? Where are you? What do you want? Where are you? What do you want? Can you write in the book? Write in the book. EMF level 3. Where are you? Level 3 seems to indicate the stuff is being thrown by the ghost. Are you there? Right. The little X that pops up when I'm using the voice recorder. That shows that my voice is being registered, but we're getting no response from the ghost. Okay, so we are struggling for this third piece of evidence. So, if you're going to be looking into your journal for any length of time to work out the ghost, leave the house. You don't want to be stood in the house for long periods. What I may do is go and turn that motion sensor off so the room is a bit darker so we can check for the ghost orbs. So we've got interactions, fingerprints, more footsteps, bone. Okay, so with freezing temperatures and what else did we have? Fingerprints. We're down to 4 ghosts: Demon, Hantu, Mimic, and Jinn. I wouldn't think it's a djinn or a demon at the moment because it doesn't seem to be aggressive enough. You can look at the ghosts. You can read up on all the different type of ghosts and which evidence you need. Don't look at the behaviour so much because I don't think they're that accurate. Now, what else you can do is you can say, right, if I get an EMF level 5, it'll be a djinn. I don't think that's going to be the case because it's only gone up to 3. Ghost writing will leave you a demon. Dots projector, right, we can wipe that out because none of the ghosts were left highlighted. Ghost orb could be a hand too. Spirit box could be a mimic. Now, a mimic can throw you off because it can do other things that other ghosts would do to trick you, and I've been caught out by it twice. But I'm going to try and get that room a bit darker just in case you do get ghost orbs. Get a bit of protection. I don't know if the crucifix works on all ghosts, but I just feel better having one around. I'll also pick up the camera just in case the ghost does make an appearance. Thank you. Can you write in the book? Can you give me a sign? Show yourself. I'm probably going to have to use the ghost's name at some point here because it hasn't turned up once. What do you want? Where are you? Can you give me a sign? Can you write in the book? Show yourself. Well, we're not getting anything off there. Ghost being a pain in the ass. There's no motion sensor. Right, we're going to take that out of the room. I might take this out as well, just because of how much bright it is. Or it's way too bright. Put it on the floor there. Maybe we can get a better reaction from the van, or a better viewing point from the van. Now, at the beginning it said there's cursed objects in the house, so you need to start looking in cupboards and things to find them. Honestly, as an amateur, I wouldn't use them because 9 times out of 10, you initiate a hunt, and the hunt is far more dangerous that early on in the game. Right, no orbs off that camera. And there it is. There was the ghost orb. There's the little white dot you saw going across the screen. Now, it still could be a mimic, but the spirit box and the EMF is not going that high. So that would leave a hand 2. So we'll just have a quick look at the ghost. Hand 2. Rare ghost that thrives in coldest climates. We've got the freezing temperatures. The cold seems to make them more aggressive and empowered. Low temperatures allow the hand 2 to move at faster speeds, so keep that power on. Hand 2s move closer in warmer areas, move slower in warmer areas. Fingerprints, orb, freezing temperatures. But this could still be a different, the mimic. So get the ghost's name, Donna Harris. See if we can get a photo. And then we should have a successful hunt. So if you spam the name, 9 times out of 10, the ghost will appear. It probably won't now because I've said that. Donna Harris, Donna Harris, Donna Harris, Donna Harris. Donna Harris, show yourself. Donna Harris, Donna Harris, Donna Harris, Donna Harris. And as if to show me up, the ghost is not appearing when using its name. Donna Harris, are you there? Donna Harris, show yourself. Donna Harris, show yourself. Right, it's moving stuff about. Oh, we've got a red ghost event. Right, I think we caught the shadow of the ghost there. Just double check that EMF. Level 4. So I think we've got the right ghost. Hopefully we've got the photo we wanted. That might not be a 4-star, 3-star. Photos, fingerprints, bone. And we got the 3-star on the ghost. So that shadow that we saw behind the dots, that was the ghost. So we've got everything we need. Apart from the cursed object, but I'm not going to go looking in cupboards because if it's a voodoo doll or the music box, they're really hard to spot. That's all the objectives done. Make sure you click on the ghost there. Make sure it's highlighted on the bottom, and then you can leave the house. And that should be a successful hunt, unless the mimic has tricked me again. I kind of hope it has, so you can see it. There we go. Ghost was a hand 2. Objective 1, 2, 3, 4 complete. $30 for the evidence, and the bone evidence $10. Now, $80 doesn't seem like a lot for everything you've just gone through, but that builds up slowly over time. Experience gained 100. It's standard for the amateur. So before you start another one, make sure you add all your equipment back in. And that is a beginner's guide to the ghost hunting. I'll do some different videos on the cursed objects and maybe using some more of the equipment in greater detail. But for now, Weirdo out. Where are you? It's definitely in the... Whoa! Hi. Internet is fine. Couldn't tell you then. EMF candle's done. Motion sensor